Peace and love, everybody. Thanks for being here this morning. Welcome. Hey, Kristen. Hi, everybody who I said hi to already. So yesterday when I got kicked out of YouTube, there's some kind of flaw going on in YouTube. It just is like, oh, snap, you're done. And I keep getting these messages. So hopefully that won't happen today. I'm going to try not to touch anything just in case. Anyway, thanks for being here live. I'm super glad you are. And I was thinking of you, Kristen, when I was working on this morning because of our recent conversation. And so this is Julian of Norwich's vision of divine motherhood. Quote, as truly as God is our father, so just as truly she is our mother. Now, those who've had dads who abused them often struggle with the patriarchal view of God's maleness. Now, similarly, those who've been harmed by moms may have difficulty with the matriarchal view of the divine. From my near-death experience perspective, the ineffable is neither male nor female and has no gender is way beyond all of that. But the relationship metaphors that are used, mother and father, are useful, or great-grandfather or great-grandmother, are useful for understanding a good relationship with a good parent. So Julian of Norwich's declaration, as truly as God is our dad, so just as truly she is our mom, remains one of the most profound and revolutionary insights in Christian mystical theology. And it's crafted by 14th century anchorists. Julian's bold statement not only challenges the patriarchal conventions of her era, but not her error, but of her era, and also our conventions, the conventions currently alive today in most churches. But it also offers a deeply transformative understanding of the divine as embodied by both masculine and feminine dimensions of love. For Julian, the motherhood of God is central to the very nature of the divine. Just as truly as God is our loving dad, our origin, protector, and authority, God is equally our loving mom, our nurturer, life giver, and compassionate caregiver. Julian's mystical visions vividly reveal this divine maternity embodied in Christ, who himself once called God mother when he was talking about Jerusalem. But in Julian's view, Christ consciousness nurtures, suffers for, gives new birth to, and heals humanity with a love as fierce and as intimate as a mom's love for her child. This maternal Christ isn't distinct or detached. Instead, she's fully engaged with the human vulnerabilities, embodying a love that is both sacrificial and life-sustaining. This vision provides profound emotional and spiritual healing, especially for those who felt alienated or wounded, many of us have, by the exclusivity of the masculine portrayals of God. Julian invites individuals into this holistic and deeply relational connection with the divine, one that incorporates gentleness, nurturing care, and profound emotional closeness alongside these traditional attributes of strength, for instance, of the divine Father. Through Jesus' incarnation and passion, Julian reveals the mothering heart of God. In Christ consciousness, divine compassion, it's not felt as distant and transcendent benevolence, but as this intimate, immanent, and embracing love. And this love continues to give us life, it nurtures us, and remains always with us. And Julian's vision is both mystical, but as in many mystical visions, it's also healing. because it provides this spiritual nourishment to a world that craves a divine being, the truth of the divine being, who understands and lovingly embraces humanity from the inside out. Her revolutionary and visionary insight resonates throughout history, right down to today, affirming that the divine, the beloved, the goodness is also like our good mom, like a good mom. So, what good does this do us? How do we apply this? Well, maybe we can try incorporating Julian's vision into our spiritual practice by occasionally reflecting on the nurturing maternal qualities of the beloved. And Jesus says God is like a mother hen who takes Jerusalem under her wing. We're being under the wing of the divine. And you can imagine yourself being held in this divine embrace, comforted and nurtured by motherly compassion. And maybe this imagery could be used to help you cultivate this greater self compassion, because you can take yourself under this wing, but also empathy towards others. So it's for us and it's for others, recognizing the divine mom's presence in everyday acts of loving kindness and care, as a good mom would. So before we begin to meditate, I'm going to say hi to Peggy and to Magic Cat, Privacy Joe. Good morning. Fierce and intimate is a great description. Is a transcript available for this talk anywhere? It can be. I can send it out in today's email if you sign up for it. I was going to send one out at 4 o'clock today anyway. So I can add that um, if I remember, I hope. Good morning, KT. So let's get back to the motherly stuff here, and let's meditate together. So I'm going to open up my phone and turn on my timer, my alarm rather, to 8:30. Make sure it's not too loud, which it's full blast. Turn that down. And so if you could begin with me, and if you're new here, what we do is we spend a little time talking about some mystics' point of view, and we're deep into this women mystic series. This is number 17, I think, could be 17, in our series of women mystics, mystical women. And then we meditate together till the bottom of the hour. So we start at the top of the hour, meditate till the bottom of the hour, more or less, after we have a little talk. And if you have a practice, just use it when we get to what we're doing here after a little introduction here. If you don't have a practice, it's super easy. Pick a chant or a word and breathe it into your belly and breathe it out through your nose. And when your mind wanders, just return to your chant and your breath and relax. So let's begin. Let's begin. I'm going to move my mic a little bit, push back from my table. We can begin by closing our eyes together. Take a little bit of a rest, relax our legs and our backs and our shoulders, our faces. Start with a deep interior breath into the belly. Pause just a moment. Long, slow exhale. Let's do a few of those. Try to balance the in breath with the out breath. And now maybe picture yourself being gently wrapped in divine maternal love. Feel this love surrounding you, offering you rest and strength and comfort. Rest peacefully in this nurturing presence of safety. Because you're held, knowingly held by infinite love of the motherly beloved. your eternal mother. And now drop into your own practice as you wish. Mm. Peace and love, everyone. Thanks for being here.